Who has the hardest punch in the UFC? We're talking real numbers, not opinions. PowerKube PunchMachine scores. And the results might shock you because one name on the list completely exceeded expectations. Welcome everybody. It is We Fight All Night and we are back with another episode of the MMA and Boxing Show. And today we got something a little bit special for you guys. We will be featuring who has the hardest punch in the UFC. You do not want to miss this. Before we start out, make sure you guys smash that like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. And as I always do, let's skip the intro, get straight to the info. So if you have been following the sport, you know there are some thumpers. There are some heavy hitters in the sport of mixed martial arts. Also in boxing as well, but for this experiment, we will only be using fighters in the UFC, but we will have one special guest, okay? So just to list off a few of the fighters that we have selected, we have Joe Pyfer, we have Tom Aspinall, we have Francis Ngannou, we have Alex Pereira, and our special guest as an added bonus, we have the world's strongest man, Eddie Hall. Now, first, we will be starting off with the current UFC heavyweight champion, Tom Aspinall. Everybody knows Tom Aspinall has an amazing record in the UFC and a ton of first-round knockouts. So we all know that Tom Aspinall packs a punch. He not only packs a punch, but he has the speed of a middleweight. Like this guy's fighting at the 265-pound limit, but he moves like a cat in the ring. Let's just get into this clip where we show off the score of Tom Aspinall.
Pretty sure. No, he can't have got 129,000.
You want the elbow.
Yeah.
If you can, you want as square as
Right.
possible, that elbow driving behind it.
Yeah.
Right into the centre. Just a little bit, it might.
That is, he can't have done 129,000.
And if you didn't know there, Tom Aspinall scored 40K and he was attempting to beat another contender that is on this very list. If you know, you know. If you don't, stay tuned because we will be getting right into that. So next up, we do have a fighter that we just recently seen secure a huge win in the UFC over Israel Adesanya, and his name is Joe Pyfer. Now, with Joe Pyfer's score, it is not actually official. There was some drama behind it. Let's just get into what Joe Pyfer had to say about this punch machine drama.
You have more power than Francis Ngannou. Where the hell does this power come from?
Ready? This shit pisses me off. I hit the fucking machine, the same machine, and I hit it with a 16-ounce glove. For all these nerds out there that don't understand science, I hit it with a 16-ounce glove. That means I didn't even get to hit it as hard as I could because I had a big pad. So I broke the record with a big glove. I broke it 4 or 5 times. I broke it in front of the operations guy. There was a heavyweight from Brazil that was hitting it. Couldn't even come close to it. His coach hit it. Couldn't come close to it. Brendan Allen's coach, Tuco, hit it. Didn't come close to it. And they didn't want to give it to me officially. I don't know why. And then
I'm going to break Ngannou's record right now.
I had already hit 4 times.
170. And there it is. Joe Pyfer scored roughly around 170K, but it is not official in the scorebooks and will not count. So I guess we're going to have to also go ahead and remove Joe Pyfer from our list. But big shout out to Joe Pyfer. Big shout out to Joe Pyfer for securing that huge win recently against Israel Adesanya. And huge shout out to Joe Pyfer for climbing his way up the 185-pound division. And next up, we do have a household name now. Before we get into his clip, this fighter never lost the UFC heavyweight champion. He is no longer in the UFC though, but he never lost his UFC champion. So, I mean, you take that for how you take that, you know? If we go back in the history books, I mean, once upon a time when they were on good terms, I think Dana White said that this man hits like a Ford truck or something like that. His hit is equivalent to a Ford truck going at like 60 miles an hour or something like that. That was an insane take from Dana White. I still don't know if I believe that till this day. But let's get into our next fighter, Francis Ngannou. Roll the clip.
At 6'4", 250 pounds, Francis Ngannou is a massive athlete. How do you generate so much force?
First of all, I think it's genetic.
PowerKube has measured punches from thousands of other fighters across the globe. So where does Ngannou's rank? Does he actually have the strongest punch in the world? Go! According to the PowerKube, the maximum punching power he's been able to generate is a record setter.
So we're just going to round up there. Francis Ngannou scored 130K. And for years, Francis Ngannou held the record for the strongest punch landed. But we still have 2 fighters left. Let's get right into it. Now, the next fighter on our list is, you know, he needs no introduction, but let me just get right into this, you know. UFC middleweight champion, UFC light heavyweight champion, and he is now competing to be the UFC heavyweight champion. You know, he has a famous quote where he likes to say, Chama, with the most dangerous left hand that I have ever seen in combat sports. Alex Pereira. All right, so let's just get into this Alex Pereira clip.
Oh my gosh.
Bro.
And that is 191K, roughly. Maybe a little bit more, but 191K is the highest that we have seen so far. Big shout out to Alex Poatan Pereira, and good luck to you on your upcoming fight at UFC White House Freedom 250 versus Cyril Gane. I am hoping you bring it home. Chama. And next up on our list is none other than the world's strongest man, Eddie Hall, who is now here to attempt to go ahead and break another record. Now, Eddie Hall's being brought on as a bonus contestant, but he did actually compete in the sport of MMA. Let's just get to the clip real quick.
We're in right now as well. And here we go on the replay. They're lifting up on the power driver. Now they're closing the distance. That's the right hand as he comes in.
And as you can see, 2 versus 1. Eddie Hall took care of him. Eddie Hall did the job. Eddie Hall's now part of the MMA club, folks. But We are talking PowerKube, so let's get right into Eddie Hall's attempt to break Alex Pereira's record.
We're now just setting up the PowerKube, so this is a device that measures your punching power. So what is the actual record then? 191,000.
191,000.
191,000. And that was by who, sorry?
Alex Pereira.
Alex Pereira.
Yep.
That's that hard-hitting guy on the UFC right now, isn't he?
Yeah, he's the light heavyweight champion.
Yeah. Gee, so a light heavyweight broke the record?
Yes.
135. What? What? 150. That's good, man. The record's 191. Okay. What? 168. 68. What? 208. Nice. That was good. Real good. So that's the record. That's the new record. I think I can go higher. Like, I've just got the technique down. Get it. What? Let's go. Quick. Let's go. Quick. That's really done. I'm done, Barry.
Now, that is just insane, folks. Over 208,000 for the beast, Eddie Hall. Man, give it up for Eddie Hall, folks. Give it up for Eddie Hall. He did it again. Now, let that sink in. A strong man who actually hit harder on the scale than the top UFC fighters in the world. That's just crazy. So does that mean Eddie Hall hits harder than all of the UFC fighters? Will he become the UFC heavyweight champion? Or does technique matter more than just raw power? Let me know what you think down in the comments. Let me know if you think we forgot anybody. Who do you think should belong on the list? Do you think we should do another video about this? Let me know. Drop your comments down below. And that is it for another episode of the MMA and Boxing Show. Please, people, this show could not be done without you. Please make sure you show your support by dropping a like on this video. Go ahead and try to hype this video for your boy. Drop a comment. Let me know what you think about this. You think we should continue this series? Do you think we missed any fighters that do belong on the list? Were you disappointed in any of the scores from any of these UFC fighters? Let me know down below. But for now, it's your boy. We fight all night. It is the MMA and Boxing Show, and I'm out.